The Personal Selling Process, Chapter 3, Part 4. The next stage is gaining commitment. At some point, the salesperson should request the buyer to commit to some action that would move the discussion towards the sale. Some steps can be as follows: deciding on the technical specifications, deciding to see a demonstration of the product, or deciding on some part of the offer such as the quantity, delivery period, or commercial terms. This would have the effect of progressively obtaining agreement on different aspects of the offer. The assumptive clause, asking such questions as, now what size do you want? When can we deliver this? Today or tomorrow morning? Will 3 dozen be enough, or should I send 4? If the prospect answers such questions, the close is underway. Special offer clause. Some sales managers give their sales force a special customer offer to close the sale. Summary clause. Summarize the benefits the buyer has already acknowledged and then suggest an action for finalizing the sale. The last stage of the personal selling process is follow-up. The salesperson should understand that it is important to continue the relationship even after the order has been received, because from the customer's viewpoint, the relationship has just begun after an order has been signed. The temptation to abandon the relationship and move on to a new sale is extremely strong and should be avoided. The AIDS theory of selling. AIDS stands for attention, interest, desire, action, and satisfaction. Securing attention. The prospect should be put in a receptive state of mind. The salesperson needs to be mentally alert and a skilled conversationalist to survive the start of the interview. A good personal rapport should be built up. The salesperson should be formally dressed. Usually, the prospect will agree to talk about his own organization. After a brief discussion, the topic of the salesperson's selling agenda should be introduced. The next step is gaining interest. The salesperson who is enthusiastic, confident, and proud of the product he is selling is likely to transmit the same enthusiasm and interest to the customer. The physical appearance and aesthetics of the product move some customers. Some customers may want to see a demonstration. Customers may ask for clarifications on specific appeals and features. The third stage is to kindle the prospect's desire. At this stage, the customer is likely to come up with objections. The opinions and judgments of industry professionals and other customers may be quoted and not one's own. Objections to price need to be handled by demonstrating the value of the product. Try to understand who else is involved in the decision-making process. Try to meet the other people involved in the decision-making. Inducing action. When the salesperson senses that he is likely to get the order, he should try to ask for it in a forthright manner. Get concurrence on some aspect of the sale, such as technical specification, product demonstration, commercial terms, sales volume, or delivery schedules. This also tells the salesperson which are the areas where agreement has been achieved. The last stage is building satisfaction. After the order has been obtained, the salesperson is tempted to pass it on to others. But for the customer, the process has just started after the order has been issued. The salesperson should try to maintain contact with the customer during the order execution phase and resolve any issues that may arise.